All right, guys. It is about that time. We've finally got a release date. It's coming in fast and furious. I mean, but on bikes. We're getting the finale of the series, the final season of Mayans MC. And the little teaser trailer came out, and I just wanted to express my thoughts on what I'm looking, how I'm feeling about this season, how it's the last season, how overall my thoughts on the teaser, and then what I think might happen. And I just want, first and foremost, whatever, the disagreements we've had in the comment section, my opinions, or just the wonderful ride we've all went for all these years, and with the friends that we made and the friends that we lost. I think that Sons of Anarchy, this world that Kurt Sutter created, it's just a fantastic world that we've all kind of embraced and love, and the characters and drama, and that being, even if you love or hate Mayans MC, it was a ride on its own. And whether that's a bumpy ride or a good or a smooth ride, it just all depends on the actual person who's been watching the show. But it's been a ride, nevertheless, with and being with you guys. It's been fantastic. So I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel, for continuing to watch my content, even though it is not all Sons of Anarchy and Minds related, but also watch listening to my opinions. And like I said, sometimes we don't agree on our opinions, but that's okay. This world is better for it, for not being the same. But then there's times where we can have an understanding of what we like and dislike about maybe where this all came to be. But so without further ado, I'm going to get my thoughts out there, but I just want to thank everybody here. This is, I said, ride or die. We're about to ride this last ride for the Mayans MC. And I generally hope, I really, really do. I really hope that this is I hope this is the best season. I hope they go out strong. I think it's too little too late, but I just hope that that's the case for Mayans MC, and for all to just kind of just come to a closure, and for us as fans to have closure and leave no stone unturned and stuff. So Elgin James got his shot. He's got his last season. He knows the ending in his head. He's committed to the ending. We're going to get the ending next month. At the time of this recording, it's April. So I'm looking forward to see what he comes up with in the team. And I think he dropped the ball a lot of these seasons, but I think he has a chance to redeem himself by really just kicking ass in this last season. So without further ado, what do I think about the season teaser overall? And what are my feelings going into the season? After saying all that, I will say I am not very hyped. I'm not very enthusiastic for the season. I'm just kind of, there's been a long period of time where we've been waiting for the announcement of when the season was about to start, and also the announcement of it being the final season, where I just feel pretty, I'm confident in saying that I just kind of want this now to wrap up. I'm just watching it because I've seen all the seasons all prior to that. I have a fan base here, and I want to just commit and finish everything off with, and just see this to the end. There's a lot of times I'll watch a show and I'll give up, or I'll stop watching, and then I'll go back maybe later on and finish it, or I just won't finish it. But with the Mayans MC, for everybody, it's no secret that I haven't been a fan for these last seasons. I have not liked the direction that these characters have been going. It's been a mess. This season, it's the same thing where I've been burnt too many times, and I'm really tired, and I just I'm not very enthusiastic for the season. I don't think it could prove me wrong, but I don't think a lot of major deaths in this season, other than maybe Marcus's death, if it happens, is going to really devastate me. Do I think Easy is going to go? Well, watching this teaser, you can see that he definitely has a stronghold of the club, trying to really kind of take it somewhere that Marcus can never take it. You have still the war with the Suns and the Mayans, but to me, it's not really a war unless you get the main players like Tig, Chibs, happy, because it really started with Montez, and even though he was about to defect, I just really feel like that the main core of, if you're going to do a Sons and Mayans war, you have to include them. Now they have Isaac coming along, and we've have gotten backstory on Isaac. We have seen Isaac in the seasons, or in a season, or seasons, I guess you could say. But the problem with that, he was so heavily involved with the Coco storyline, but we have no more Coco. So not having any more Coco, Isaac, being the one to really kind of steer, really lead the charge with the Sons War, even though it still doesn't feel like it should be him leading the charge. It should be our main Sons of Anarchy cast. And I understand, money, and then not getting the guys back together. And then, it was Kurt Sutter. They're trying to differ away from that. But when you're in the same area, the same universe, and you're implementing storylines and you're using these other characters to really move that storyline forward, but it doesn't really make sense. That's the problem I have. So going into the season, I do look forward to seeing what Isaac does, because I think Isaac's a great kind of weird villain. But then again, I thought the El Bandero, whatever his name was, I thought he was going to be a good one, but he wasn't. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get more cameos. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some surprises at the very end of the series. And then who knows, maybe like the main guys like from Sons of SOA, maybe we do get Samcro taking out Easy and everybody else, that like Bishop and everybody, and really kind of just getting this charter off the map. Maybe Marcus actually, maybe Marcus, I don't know if he can do it. I don't know the rules in particular, but maybe he could actually become a son. I don't think so, though. He would have to be I wouldn't go that far, honestly. That's too far-fetched. But, and maybe he has something to do with maybe he's going to want revenge, right? He's going to want, that's the club is everything. But I would like Marcus to actually just go off to the sunset. This is an opportunity for him to actually now be a family man, but we'll see. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think this war, I just don't want it to linger on. I think the war last season should have been the war, and then we should have maybe something different this season. But since they're continuing it, I hope there is a lot of bloodbath. I hope there is a lot of brawls. I think we all look for the action aspect to it. So with the Sons and Mayans war, that's the one aspect I'm really looking forward to it, and seeing the teaser and seeing Isaac confront Easy and saying that he's not going to leave until somebody dies. That's really machoist, dialogue right there. And then they're giving you a little tease, right? But I don't know if that's going to actually happen and they actually just kind of part ways. So it's going to be interesting, but I think the war just carried on way too much. But we're here. So if you're going to do the war, if you're going to continue the war, I hope this war really meets expectations and it's a little bit more action based and really more kind of Game of Thrones kind of esque, where plans are unfolding and surprises happen, but it's executed well, while Easy's not fucking up all the time. Easy's plan actually works most of the time, so we'll see. Easy is the main dog. I think a lot of people want to see what Easy's gonna do, and I think a lot of people want to see what Angel's gonna do, because the teaser really showcased the Angel doesn't know if he's really still on Easy's side, if he's still got his back, because he's really making a lot of moves that are kind of scaring Angel. And I think that's the hammer home what Felipe says is you're still with him, because Felipe sees the monster that Easy has become, and the problem is there's no going back. There's no going back. We saw that with him and Gabby. There's just absolutely no going back to being the Easy that he was. He's really full force. He's stabbing people in the back. He's making moves. He likes the power. Like I said last season, once he gets a taste of power, Easy's gonna want it, and he has it now. So I think that's the absolutely intriguing thing about it. Is Angel's relationship. What is Angel gonna do? I don't believe Angel's gonna kill Easy. At first I was like maybe, but now I don't think so. And I don't necessarily think Easy's gonna die. I actually think maybe he will be. He's so young, and he's bringing this, and he's taking this charter to such new levels. I think that maybe he does survive at the end. Maybe Angel dies. I'm not sure. But I kind of want to. I kind of seen Easy really surviving at the end, and because you just never know what happens in what they could do in the future with spin-offs and stuff, and maybe Ezekiel can pop up again. So I think I think he's gonna survive. I think he's just too smart of a character, and I think they still have like kind of a ace up their sleeve saying like, well, let's keep you alive just in case something happens in the future. Not necessarily another, Mayans kind of show, but maybe a Sons of Anarchy sequel and you pop in. And I think JD would be actually really down to do that. As for Angel, though, Angel has so much things going on with the baby, Adelita. I think I saw nails in the teaser. So that's Angel's Angel. Angel seems to always be the same kind of guy every season. He's always him and his brother always fighting, but then making up and then loving each other, then not loving each other. So it's really the same things I'm seeing when I saw just this little teaser. I'm just wanting a little bit more growth, and I do want that conflict of him actually not trusting Easy anymore, not really riding with him anymore. I think that makes more of a dramatic, because this is a drama show. This is a dramatic drama show. So is Sons of Anarchy. That's the bread and butter. So it's Shakespearean, right? So I think the thought of him having to really not be there for Easy, and I think him not being there for Easy is the biggest conflict and the biggest thing for the season that I'm looking forward to as well. Adelita, I don't know what they're going to do with her. I think she was underused last season. I think a lot of the characters were so underused last season. Galindo telling Angel, you need to buck up. I think the whole, everything, all the storylines that have been leading up to this is going to be finally conclude. The problem is Emily as a character too. It's like, do we really care what happens at the end? Like, there's a lot of characters that we should have cared for 4 seasons that we just don't necessarily care about anymore. So going into the final season, I don't know how the writers are going to really make us really care, even if we didn't really care for these characters, in the get-go, or we did at first, but it's kind of just lost its luster. I mean, some people I think in here do care about a lot of these characters and do not want to see some of these characters die. As for, Bishop, I think Bishop last season, he's already made his bed. I think if he goes, yeah, I'm all good for it. At first, I didn't want it to happen, but now that we're at the final season, I think now it should happen. Bishop is Taza's gone. Creep, I think, is in jail. We're gonna see that storyline probably play out. There's a lot of these guys that should have just had way more time to develop. I think there was a little bit more development last season than the previous for these guys for the charter, but the sense that I get is that it's going to be a lot of maneuvering to get to the finale. I don't know how many episodes there is. I don't know what's the runtime on each episode yet. I haven't really looked, honestly. I just seen the teaser and I saw, the date and stuff. I'm going to be covering it. So I'm going to be same thing as before, review. I think I'm just going to do spoiler reviews because my schedule is so, hectic and I'm tired, and I think it's just going to be mostly spoiler reviews at this point. If you're on board still with Mayans, you're on board and you're going to watch the episode and you're going to come to this channel, you're going to watch this video and you're going to see my thoughts, and we're just going to discuss everything that happened in in the episode, the new episodes. And then we'll do a podcast. I'll be doing a podcast with SOA Sandra, which is great. Welcome back, Sandra. I want her. We're going to do other shows too. And hopefully some wrestling talk as well, because she's a big wrestling fan as I am. And, I think the elephant in the room is is Taylor's situation. And I'll just let you guys know right now, I haven't talked to Taylor for a long, long time. I don't know what's going on, if she's watching this video or not. I hope she's doing great. I hope her family's doing good. But, it is what it is. I was hoping she'd be at least, for maybe a season finale or a podcast finale of the Mayan season, but she's not. So, but all the love and all the best wishes to Taylor. And then my thoughts on after the Mayans. I think after the Mayans MC, there's been talk, of course, with Charlie. Charlie's saying that he has an idea to bring Jax back. I think this is terrible. I don't care what idea he has. I think if it's maybe a flashback or before his death, then that's fine. But him coming back and after being hit by a truck or not being hit by a truck, he's dead, guys. I think Katie Seagal said there's no way he's coming back either. So it's just leave that idea in your head. Just, I don't want Jax back. It was a perfect ending. It was an ending that character probably should have gotten in the long run. So, but it was a good, I think it was a good ending, honestly. I think it was a really, really, really good, bittersweet kind of ending to his whole character. So don't bring him back. But of course, I think what we all want is more Sons material. So we want either a First Nine, or we want an Abel and Thomas spinoff, or a sequel series, I guess you could say. Technically, Mayans would be a sequel series, but a sequel series of Sons of Anarchy. I want that. And I think FX and Disney, if they're right in their mind, they should understand that Mayans, the viewership wasn't as strong. It wasn't as beloved, I guess, as Sons, but because that was a Mayans property, and I think a Sons name, Sons of Anarchy name on the little billboard is going to bring more people. And I think people are going to be way more excited for a First Nine or a Sons of Anarchy sequel. So maybe that's in the works. That's why I say maybe Ezekiel survives. Maybe he comes in later on, because Mayans and Sons, they're together. They're one hand to the other. So I'm hoping for more Sons of Anarchy content. I think a lot of people here would love for more Sons of Anarchy content. But we shall see. That's my thoughts on season 5 teaser and just overall my thoughts coming into the season. I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I'm going to treat every episode with love and care. I'm going to treat it, hopefully the ball really starts rolling first episode and just keeps going to the very end. But yeah, that's my thoughts. As always, guys, subscribe to the channel. I mean, there's a lot more than the Mayans and Sons of Anarchy content. There's food, toy reviews. There's movie reviews, TV reviews, a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna be trying to do a giveaway before the season starts, because I would love to give you guys, one of you lucky guys, a nice little giveaway for hanging in there and mine's coming to a close. So hit the bell icon for all your notifications. If you do want to see all my videos on Mayans, then you need to hit that notification. There will be a lot too when the season starts. So there will be a lot of content just like last year. So thank you guys. I'm Dan Amanda, aka Daniel's son, till we talk more Mayans MC. I'll see you guys.